What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. We're going to be looking at something a little different for the channel, but I think you're going to like it anyways. It's still some knives. So let's go ahead and head to the top down. Alright, so we got two fixed blades. Came in an unboxing a while ago. We have the Kizer Smolt and the Kizer Deckhand. We're going to go through, do some side-by-side comparisons between the two, and we'll do some overall measurements. I don't have many fixed blades on hand right now, so I'm going to go ahead and just use these two. We're not going to pull much else up there. I may pull a folder or two just to give you some side-by-side comparisons. But before we get too far, I want to go ahead and say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed. If you haven't, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. That's the best way to support this channel. So let's go ahead and set the Smolt to the top. We're going to start with the Deckhand. This is a really nice fixed blade. It is a small to medium fixed blade, but I'm going to say it's in that small size right there. Comes in D2 steel, feels absolutely fantastic. Really nice sheep's foot blade to it. There's the Deckhand for you. Let's go ahead and start with the overall measurements from tip to tail. We're looking at about just under 6.5 inches. We're going to say 6.35. For blade length, we're looking at about 3 with a cutting edge of about 2.3. So blade length of 3, cutting edge of about 2.3. You lose quite a bit in that chunk right there, but it is still a fantastic knife. You have the micarta scales on this. You have the D2 steel coming through right here, so you can see the D2 steel right there. This was designed, I know that one was designed by Jonathan Stiles. I forget who designed this one, if I'm being honest. And so let me see if I can look that up real quick. It's one of the fun parts. Tyler Barnes. This one was designed by Tyler Barnes, and I believe that is going to be Tyler Barnes' maker's mark right there on that side, the two arrows pointing next to each other under the Deckhand. And so this is a really nice little fixed blade, but I think Kizer undercut themselves, and so you'll get what I mean here in a second. We'll go through all of them. You've got a nice full tang, really good jipping all the way through. You have a really sharp edge on the top side over here, which for a fixed blade I really enjoy. Having a sharp edge right there is going to be nice because you can use the back side of the edge to hit your flint or your ferro rod or whatever you need to, and you can come off that so you don't have to dull your edge on your blade by doing that. You can also use a really sharp edge to kind of feather down some soft fluff in order to get a fire started or something. You get a soft wood, nice stick, you can kind of actually use that backside so you don't mess with your edge there, and you can keep your edge sharper for more important things later down the road. So that's a really nice thing about it. We're going to go ahead and leave that on the table as we go ahead and pull out the Kizer Smolt. This is the other fixed blade we have in here. This is a Jonathan Stiles design, and you can actually see the JS right there. Going through the Jonathan Stiles design, or I guess it's just Stiles design. There's a SD, I guess, not JS, SD for Stiles design. This is the Smolt. This is 3V steel. It has G10 with a micarta inlay right here. This is more of that drop point. This is going to be your kind of user-friendly knife to go through a lot of stuff. You can see the side-by-side comparisons next to them right there. We'll go ahead and measure the Smolt as we go through the top part right here. So the Smolt is coming in about 6.5 inches. We're looking at about 3 inches on the blade length as well, but about 2.75 on the cutting edge. So you lose a little bit more on the Deckhand than you do from the Smolt, but they're still fantastic knives. Now, one of the reasons I said Kizer, I think, is undercutting themselves. This 3V knife coming in really nice, has a really good edge, really good. Also has all the same kind of functionality that you can get from the back edge of the spine right here. It is a little bit sharper spine, so you can use that to come down or use it on your ferro rod or whatever you needed to. The reason I say I think Spyderco is undercutting themselves, these are both fantastic knives. I would have loved to see a full micarta handle on this one because I like micarta more personally. I would have loved to see a better sheath on this one. So this is the sheath that comes with the Deckhand. It is just a bent over steel belt clip sheath, which is nice. There's nothing wrong with it. It is nice. This comes from Kizer for 50 bucks. This whole setup right here clips in really nice. You have the two attachment points there if you wanted to. I haven't measured, but just looking at them, I don't think they're going to fit there. So you got one attachment point for the belt clip, one variation to hold it in there. Kizer Deckhand, really nice knife. Everything else that comes with it, 50 bucks. Go ahead and set that at the top right here. Now you have this sheath that comes with the Smolt right here. Another Kydex sheath that comes through. You have a much better belt clip. Not only do you have a better belt clip coming through this, but you have the 3V steel versus the D2 steel that's over there. You still have a lot of the same full tank features. You have the G10 and the micarta on this one versus just the micarta over there. And this comes in at $70. So $50 for the Deckhand, $70 for the Smolt. And I don't know why, unless you are absolutely just swooned by sheep's foot blades, someone would want to get this over this. There are going to be some things that a sheep's foot blade is better for than the drop point blade, but for a lot of everyday use that people are going to be buying these knives for, camping, getting out, this is going to do almost everything this would do. This would probably be a little bit better for prep, a little bit better for kitchen work and cutting work and stuff like that, but slicing, penetrating, any sort of prying, which I don't suggest using your knife for a pry. You get a pry bar for that. But still, anything that you're going to be out in the wilderness for, this is probably going to be a better choice, personally, in my opinion. And it comes in at $20 more. You have a much better clip with the utility clip coming over here. Has multiple variations that you can move this through, so you could have it as a scout carry, flip it, have a diagonal carry, upside down, whatever you need to. The 3V steel is a little bit better. It's quite a bit in my book, better than the D2 steel. And it's only the size comparison, everything, that they're pretty much in the exact same category. You're just getting a much better quality for this one. They're both Kizer, so I don't know what Kizer's doing here with their pricing to undercut themselves. That's one thing that I'm a little confused at, as getting both of these in at the same time. So they both have the lanyard hole spot right there, so if you wanted to put a lanyard through, you could do that as well. Yeah, I personally think I like the style of the Deckhand because I am one of those people who is swooned by a sheep's foot blade more. But looking at both of these, I would buy this one over this one because of everything else that comes with it, the materials, the quality, and the clip that comes on this Kydex sheath right here. So that's what I would personally do. There will be links to both these below. You can check them out. If they're Amazon links, they support our channel. But that's all I've really got for you, and I'm absolutely boggled by why Kizer would release both of these around the same time, one at 50, one at 70, and the 70 just be that much better of an offer. I don't know if they're trying to point people to this one and steer people away, or if they're really just leaving it up to the makers and the designers just kind of went completely different routes, and then Kizer was able to price this one at a much more budget-friendly version. So that's something that I won't have information on, but if someone wants to let us know why they did this or what you would choose between the two, feel free to leave the comments below. I don't have much else. Until next time, that is the Kizer Smolt, if I can get it out left-handed. That is the Kizer Deckhand, and it has been Working Off Balance. We'll see you guys later. Thanks again, TTFN.